fight commentary breakdowns, I found 1930s Kung Fu. Unfortunately, I think we have evidence here that Kung Fu was already watered down and not really practical in the 30s. And this was prior to the communist kind of favoring Wushu, the performance-based. This is the nationalist army. So, non-communist people. Look at them. What is that? What is that? This is just the same Kung Fu bullshit you see nowadays. Pretty dance-like stuff. Why are you teaching soldiers this? You can't fight the Japanese like this. It completely just breaks my heart to see this in the 30s. This is Changsha. Changsha is a city that the Japanese could not conquer. So I hope these people, when the Japanese attacked, actually reverted to just like haymakers or, bayonets and stuff. Because none of this Kung Fu stuff I don't think would have really helped. Like, this is Kung Fu that I did when I was little. Like, this is so disappointing that in the 30s, in the nationalist side of the military in China, they were doing this. And so, these are girls from a performance school, so this is not really anything to moan about because they're not Kung Fu masters. They're just performance school people. But as you'll see later, see Hunan. This is from Hunan. So these are just, performance school people. Nothing to moan about here. And then, you see these compliance forms. They're fake fighting. You see a lot of this. Like Wushu still has a lot of this stuff. And then, also guys, this is in traditional Chinese because back then, China was ruled by the people in Taiwan now. So look at them kind of chain punching. And then doing some drills. And here, look at them sparring. So we mostly see haymakers. We see some jabs and everything. But I don't see much clinch technique either. So this is the just army people performing. Some kind of person, his name, and he's showing off some kind of Kung Fu. So, the usual Wushu stuff. That wasn't even good. What was that? Here's another guy doing some Tai Chi stuff. So disappointing, man. I think all of us wanted to see board breaking and bone breaking and flying on walls. Well, that was never the case. That was just people inventing BS in the 70s, 80s. But I really want to find more sparring footage. And as of this moment, I can't find much sparring footage. Like, imagine if we could find the soldiers using Dao, the Chinese broadsword, in their sparring. And so again, another demonstration. Let's see what we have here. What kind of travesty? Oh, it's sword. Okay. So, dances very well. I think that's it, man. That's it. Unfortunately, the only record ever I've seen of sparring was this little bit. Them practicing with, it looks like cricket gloves, boxing gloves, I don't know. And then look at them. We could slow down that really quickly. So, here they are, lined up, and I guess they're going to spar a little bit. Let's look at them. So, their hands are definitely kind of flailing more than your average boxers. Like, they don't have kind of a guard going with their gloves at their chin or anything. I do see some head movement, but a few of them are having their chins sticking out like a little baby. I think anybody like Xu Xiaodong would destroy all these guys. So this is footage from 1937. Again, it's Kung Fu before any kind of sort of communist takeover or communist dwindling of the art. And just forms. You see these forms in Kung Fu nowadays. It looks like this is more of the Peking opera type of the different types of Chinese opera tradition. So I think what we can see from all of this is that it's not really communism that destroyed Kung Fu. Kung Fu had been sanitized for hundreds of years, man. Made more performance, because think about Chinese society, the dynastic cycle. Do you want your citizens to be able to rebel? You don't, right? As an emperor, you want to encourage them to work hard, not learn martial, lethal stuff. So the more I look at historical Kung Fu, the more I realize Kung Fu's been on the decline probably since the 1700s. Basically, when the Ming Dynasty got destroyed, I think that was the last straw for Kung Fu in China. What do you guys think, man? So, I know a lot of times we like to put a lot of blame on the Communist Party and all the craziness China went through in the 50s and 60s and 70s. Most of the 50s and 60s. But I think at the end of the day, we can really see that Kung Fu has been on its way out, has been on its way towards mediocrity for a very long time. What do you guys think? Fight commentary breakdown.